Alright, what is up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over the best ICT strategy that never fails. Okay, so this strategy is actually called the silver bullet strategy. So we've got three main macros. For the people that trade London session, there's a London session macro from 3 AM to 4 AM, New York local time. And then people that trade New York, we trade from 9:50 to 10:10 is usually when you get an entry. And that is your morning silver bullet, and you'll hold that trade up until 11 AM. And then we have a New York PM session macro as well from 2 PM to 3 PM, which is your PM silver bullet. So anyways, now that we've gone over the basics of the strategy, let's jump into some examples on the chart. Just a quick reminder guys, before we get into the video, the live signals room is still available for only $50 a month. You get access to my exact entries and exits whenever I get into a live trade. So that includes my stop loss and take profit levels, full transparency. But yeah, the value inside of this group is absolutely insane. But yeah, we only took 2 losses this week, netting over 108.25 points profit on the week, closing out yet another profitable week, 6th week in a row. But yeah, the members inside are absolutely smashing it, making consistent profits every single week, so make sure to get in there before the prices go up. And remember, also my entirely free group is also in the description, so make sure to join that. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Alright, so this is example number 1. What you're going to do is you want to mark out your buy side and sell side liquidity levels before 9:30. So as you can see, 9:30 is around here, and we have these obvious equal highs on the 15-minute time frame. You would mark those out there. So if you actually hop into replay mode, this looks more clearer on the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, these equal highs here. On the lower time frame doesn't look as clear, but yeah. So prior to 9:30, you mark this sell side level here, and what you want to do is you want to wait for one of these to get swept. So let's see which one gets swept first. As you can see, the equal highs have been swept, so obviously now you want to hop into a lower time frame like the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. I'd go anything up to the 5 minute. Anything over the 5 minute gets a bit tricky with stop loss and stuff like that because you're just risking too many points. But yeah, now we want to see a market structure shift and displacement back below the liquidity level, right? So as you can see, we created a nice short-term low here, and now I'm anticipating a displacement. Okay, so no displacement just yet, and I'm actually going to mark out the 9:50 to 10:10 macro here, so it'll be much easier for the viewers to see. So this is the time you usually will get an entry, okay? Okay, and as you can see, very, very clear displacement on this 1 minute candle here. You'd mark out your fair value gap. Okay, and since this is such a big range, what I would actually do is I would mark out from recent swing low to recent swing high, your 50% level. So this fair value gap right here would be your first TP. Once that gets hit, you put stops to break even and see if the final sell side gets hit. Obviously this is quite a big range, so it's a little bit unlikely for it to get hit, but as long as 50% of the range gets hit, that's where majority of your contracts or profits will be taken off. Alright, so I'd put a sell limit here. As you can see, we're only risking around 25 handles. You want to put a stop above a recent swing high. Usually the displacement candle's high. Alright, so let's see if first TP gets hit here. Alright, so we actually didn't get an entry yet. Let's see if price retraces back in the fair value gap. Okay, so your entry would be here, and in this case I'll just target these lows now. Okay, so price is respecting this very nicely, and look at that, first TP got hit. So now your stops will be at break even, which is around here, and you would target these lows here. So let's see if we get that. Remember, stops at break even. This is a risk-free trade. Alright, look at that, that's a lovely trade guys. TP got hit right before 11 AM New York time, so usually you want to be out of your trade before 11 AM New York hits. And that right there is a perfect example of the morning silver bullet. Alright, so now that we've gone over the morning silver bullet, I'm going to show you an example of a PM session one. Okay, so for the PM session silver bullet, you'd mark out your obvious swing highs, obvious swing lows prior to 2 PM. I'm not going to lie, the PM session silver bullet isn't the best, it's not the clearest, but sometimes when you get a choppy morning, you will usually get a very nice PM session silver bullet. So that's probably the only time that I tend to trade the PM session. Other than that, I don't trade it as it's not that clean. We're waiting for one of these liquidity levels to be swept. Alright, so finally there you go, sell side gets swept. As you can see, very choppy price action, so I don't trade the PM session, but as long as it's in the 2 PM to 3 PM macro, still fine to take the trade. So right now what we want to do is wait for a displacement and the market to shift, and then we'll target these highs here. Okay, so as you can see, price disrespected this 1 minute bearish, so you could say that we inverse this bearish fair value gap, and you can have your entry off this bullish one. I'll put my stop below the swing low here, so you're only risking 11 points, and your TP here 20 points, so it's an easy 1 to 2. Let's see how this plays out. Right, you get tapped in there. And this is a little bit past 3 p.m. However, trade does still play out. If it's a few minutes past 3 p.m, you can still enter, to be honest. Once it starts to become 3:15 p.m, that's when the last hour macro begins. So anything before that time, I would say it's still valid to take. Yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I'm going to keep it very short and simple. But yeah, if you guys are actually serious about getting your trading to the next level, I'd highly recommend you click that link in the description. Go secure a spot for only $50 a month, whilst that price is still available. We are also accepting crypto payments, and the lifetime access options are also available for a one-time payment of $250. So if you don't want to pay monthly, some people choose to pay a one-time payment and be in there forever. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.